start a reflexology treatment, or I call it, you know, we could call it just a foot massage as well. I just have a feel around, get some blood flow going, get some warmth into the foot. I like to feel the big toe in particular, and in here I can feel quite a lot of tension on the inside of the big toe. So in reflexology, this is going to relate to tightness on the inside of the neck, like just around here. Yep. Okay. And a lot of just general some head tension through here. And you can feel how that's kind of flicky. You can see that tendon like flicking under my thumb. So that's giving me some ideas, and I can see a slight curvature there on the big toe. And definitely feeling it coming up into here. All through here seems super tight actually. So that's all going to be coming from here, coming down here, and then we got a bit of tension here, quite a lot of tension here. And then if we feel the back of the big toe, this area here, that also feels a bit tight. And this again is all relating to different parts of the neck and the throat. Okay, so again, I just get a nice feel around. I can feel under where this tendon from the bottom of the big toe is coming through here, and it feels quite tight. That's going to be coming through here, probably joining on with the tension here and becoming the Achilles band. So I know I'm going to need to work here, but again, this is coming all from here, so I don't want to get stuck in here when this is tight. We'll have a feel around some of the other toes. So again, we can pull the toes, see if there's any resistance. You can feel the back of the toes. Yeah, we're feeling some tension through here. And some through here as well. And you can see that, interestingly, that toe there and this toe are at a different angle than these two toes. So these two are heading this way, which means this one's then curling under that one, which you more often actually see just with a little toe and this one being straight and that one curling under here. But here we've got both those toes curling under. So to me, that's also of interest. And we want to see how tight they are. And in particular, how tight is this side of this toe to make it curl like that. And I feel the little toe. And with that curvature, I want to feel how tight is this spot here, and then coming up here. And along here. So there's quite a lot of tension all over, but there we go, big toe went. I am thinking I'm going to start with the big toe. And to start with, I could use either of these two tools. So I could use the point of the crystal, or I can use the point of the chopstick. It doesn't really matter as long as I'm getting into that level of detail. And after, you can see we've warmed up her feet a little bit, got a bit of blood flow going just from working around and moving it. But I'm still going to start a bit more gentle with anything pointed like this. So just holding it there, letting her feel that. Or deep breathing into it, or making some noise if necessary. And of course, this is the start of at least 3 bands and probably the 4th. And I can do the slightest little bit of movement there to make everything shift in here. And I can even change the focus of the angle. And it looks like a small, tiny movement from our perspective, but she feels the intensity of that. And then I can like that. But I can see I'm near her threshold, so I ease off slightly. Again, I find these not just a tool to apply pressure, but I actually project energy through these, and it becomes like a fire or a laser. So we can give that spot a rest. And again, we're monitoring both the micro and the macro. And by that I mean I'm monitoring, obviously I'm very focused and concentrating on what I'm doing here and working on that band where it's become quite deep, so it's almost the energy that's making the tightness. But I'm also focused on her breath and how is this affecting her as a whole person. Very tight through here. I could even change tools and use this one. And again, I can focus that energy into there. How does this feel compared to the chopstick?
It feels gentler, but then on that band that you're just working on, the last 3 points you just did,
Yep.
that was, you can feel that a bit more intense, but it's not as intense as the chopstick, it doesn't.
Yep. So sometimes I might move the tool, either the chopstick or there, just to break up some congestion, but I'm careful not to go on too dry a skin, because it does create a little bit of a friction burn, but I can also come in here where it's being held and work that.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'll just try and keep you moving through here. So as I say, I end up doing about 70–80% of my work on a band through here. Mm-hmm. And it can be any of these spots along here, obviously starting with this one. But a lot of the time around the corner of the toe can get congestion, but in this case, we're really feeling it just in here. So again, project that energy. And in fact, she's got a little bit of thicker calloused skin here, and that usually covers a sensitive spot or tight spot as well on a band. And it's easy to get thrown off when you've got calluses, but you're actually going to go through the calloused skin, and the tension is underneath it. So often what happens with a calloused area is that you go from 0 to 10 pretty quick, where a person, if you don't go in deep enough, they don't feel it because the callus acts like a protection. And once you're actually in there, it's very intense. That's good. This is where we could use something like this to start to push it down. So another sort of jam spot right at the base of that toe.
Oh, yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah. And just turn the toe a bit. Come back and do another run. And this whole side has started to let go a bit more. Let's come into the other side now. So following from this way. And you can see it hasn't been worked. It's very sensitive. Let her catch her breath a bit. Let that